Hello and welcome to ChatG&G. I'm back. I am back after, well, I don't know, it feels like forever. The traveling I've been doing, all the shit that's been going on in life, not been well. How are you, Grizz? How's things? This is
I
your
miss
show more
you.
than mine.
I've got no pride, right? You make think I'm arrogant. I'm full of pride, full of beans and all this, but I did miss you. So there you go. What a start to the show. You didn't expect this. You didn't expect
No,
me to confess. You thought I'm going to
confess.
say, oh, the shows have been fantastic without you. The guests have been amazing. Shout out to Keith, who's been covering you, Go Mouth. They have been, and he has been wonderful. Well, I've missed you, man. I missed you. Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at
yeah.
this
This
guy.
is it. This is
If
it. This is it.
I'm on every post match that we lose. What are you on
Absolute
about?
wimp. Absolute wimp you are.
I
Wimp.
have to suffer this straight after the game. Where are you?
People are catching up on your tricks.
No, shut up, Ash. Cheeky shit.
People are
What are you on
catching up.
about? I had to suffer every Premier League defeat live straight after the game, man. It's been hard. I've been through the rough stuff. I've been missing out on Grizz busting his balls, but yeah, our schedules have not. I was in America for a bit, obviously.
Well, yeah, fill us in, man. Maybe some people don't know where have you been. People, regular listeners to ChatG&G will be thinking, bloody hell, man. Like Grizz has been there, ever present. I think I missed 1 week actually. But
You've missed a
yeah,
few, mate.
yeah,
Just not
yeah.
just
Just
because
1 week.
lately I've missed them. I missed them when we were winning.
Just 1 week, but we, obviously you've been adequately replaced by Goldmouth, as I said. But where have you been, man? Tell the
So
folks.
I've got a really busy day job. So obviously I was away in the States with my team over there for one of the weeks. Then I don't know what was in between. Was there an international break or just 1 week where we just couldn't go? No, 1 week I was sick, wasn't it? We
Oh,
were
yeah.
sick, and then last week I was in London with the team, so the London team. So 3 weeks or so it's been mental, really mental. Just been traveling around, staying out as well, really, and trying to recover from sickness at the same time. It's been, let me tell you, this has been a rough 3 weeks at
Yeah,
work, at this work, and what being a Liverpool fan at the same time. It's not easy.
it's been a rough October as well. I
Yeah.
have to confess, just generally as well, from a personal point of view.
Same.
I haven't been too well either, even though we didn't actually meet up, but you've obviously given me your lurgies.
Virtually passed them through
Virtually,
WhatsApp.
yeah, you gave me the lurgies, and I've just literally, I think I'm 90% recovered now today. It's been a rough month though, but it's good. It's good. October is over. Personally, from a Liverpool point of view, in every sense, it's been an awful month. But hey, nothing lasts forever, including bad and rough times, right?
Can't do the heart, but yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Oh, come on, man. Big up, Gags. We missed you. Please, Abdulaziz, man. Please. I've given him the big build up. Nobody else needs it. Everybody
Leave
else,
Bill alone. Okay.
please. Nobody needs to make his head grow
Pick
bigger
on
than
Ash.
it is. Look at the size of his head anyway. You're not making it even bigger. Only I'm allowed to miss him, and I've told him that.
You like the new hoodie, by the way. The
Don't. You know
Liverpool
I love hoodies
hoodie.
anyway, and this hoodie, I have to admit, you find these, I don't know, rare, weird items of clothing is different. It's actually different and it's actually quality. I don't know what the rest of the people think. Some people might not like it, but I love it. I love it.
Mate, I've been feeling sorry for him. To be honest, that's what I was messaging him about. I was like, I'm sorry about what's coming up on Big Six for you,
I'm
bro.
sorry as well. like, I'm sorry, man. Like, people
To
have
be
been
honest, Matisse can't really stand on anything. This team's been absolutely rubbish as well, to be fair.
but
Man
the
City
thing
have
is,
lost a couple in there. I think Arsenal's the only team really this year that can. They're having a year like us last year where you can't really touch them.
see what people fail to understand. I agree with what you're saying to a certain degree, but the thing is, we're Liverpool Football Club, and we're treated absolutely differently to everyone else. So any sign of adversity, any sign of negativity, or any sign of a chance to pile on Liverpool, they all gang up. They're a pack of hyenas. They're my brothers. I love them, but they're an absolute pack of hyenas. And So yeah, look, you have to take the rough with the smooth, and we've had a rough month. We've had a
Yeah.
rough month. But I think from a personal point of view, and you definitely, hopefully, from a personal point of view, and from a Liverpool point of view, I think we're overcoming it slowly in every way, shape, or form. What do you think?
game at a time. I think still we, you know, I think teams have worked out Slot and the way that his team, all the frailties of the team in terms of how we play and where we've got holes in our defense, and the teams that we've turned up with really with Villa and Madrid have been really suited to us. So I think the jury's still out. I think Man City might suit us, but then again, away at Man City is always difficult. So we might still be in for a rough ride on Sunday, but with Haaland in the form he's in. But if we do anything like what we did to Mbappe to Haaland, that would be good. But it would be really nice if, if it was a home game, to be honest, it would have been better for us right now.
It would have been, because it would have been symmetrical,
Yeah.
absolutely symmetrical to this time last season where we had Madrid and City. What I will say to the first part of the double header of the double part of the double header, what I will say is I think we caught Real Madrid and Man City last season at the perfect time. We were in fantastic form. Both of those teams were ravaged with injury and not great form. What was so impressive this time round, people, was Real Madrid come into it. Well, first, we mustn't discount the victory against Villa. Villa in great form, resurgence Villa, just beaten Man City the week before. And I thought it was a solid yet unspectacular win. But the performance yesterday against an inform, not many injuries. We know Trent, whether he gets into their first 11 or not, whatever, he wasn't playing. But apart from him, pretty much full strength and in a rich vein of form. City,
14 out of 15 wins.
Yeah.
And then Villa the same, right? So two clubs coming in.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And we finish off the trilogy, I guess, or double header, if people are only thinking about Madrid and City, with, again, away from home, whereas last season we were City at home. And this time City are in bloody good form, and a certain striker who's probably the best striker in the world as we talk now. Not probably, is the best striker in the world. But we'll get there. We'll get to it all. That's my thoughts on sort of this part of the season. And again, last game before the international break. It's amazing how crucial the games have been going into the international break.
Yeah, they're all massive, and I think we just really we could really do with a win. We haven't drawn a game yet, have we? I don't think.
No.
The Community Shield. So
we either win or we lose.
It's going to be a draw, right? Odds on that there's going to be a draw. So I hope not, though. I hope we win. I really do hope we win. I think one of the big things on the weekend was Gakpo didn't play. Midweek, sorry, was that Gakpo didn't play to start. I actually liked Gakpo coming on. I mean, he missed a big chance as a centre forward, but he just added a bit more verve in there, and he was a bit more of a nuisance, I thought, when he came on as centre forward. He's not great, but I think just to give Ekitike a break when he needs it, it's a good spot to have. I would like to see Wirtz play Man City on the left as well and see what happens, just because we need him to strike form in the Premier League. It's only in Europe, really, where he's really smashing it. So it would be nice to see him do that and get a chance in his favoured position. You could see the quality against a quality defence and a quality team, how well he did.
I guess we work our way towards the Man City game, but just to
I know. I'm just saying more about how he performed at Real Madrid.
To dwell a bit more on the Madrid. I guess the lineup maybe surprised a few in terms of Wirtz coming in as the only change. Was it the only change? I think it was the only change, yeah, because Robertson started the last game as well against Villa.
Yeah,
right. He did, didn't he? Yeah. So Wirtz came in and again started off the left. I don't know what your thoughts are, man. What's the situation with this left business? We all saw, or we all read hit pieces from reliable journalists that suggested that Slot had a conversation with him and explained to him that he was going to be the centerpiece, literally, of this Liverpool team going forward. Has he been shifted to the left to accommodate him, to make sure we go back to the tried and tested midfield? How did you see all this shake up?
I think it's a mix of everything in here. I think first, it's really silly to change a midfield that's working, that was winning last year. Now, yeah, you can say towards the end of the season it wasn't great, but how much, we will never know how much of that was winning, already won the title, and how much of it was, just getting tired because they'd played every game in pretty much every competition they'd gone through on or tried to, especially Champions League and Carabao. Really, Carabao's a pain in the ass, which is it's probably a good thing we're not in it. Not nice to lose to Palace, but I think with the midfield, it has to stay as it is. And I think you got to also, Wirtz has not clicked in the 10 role. He's not doing what Dom has been doing. And to be fair, Dom's been our best player all season. Whichever position he plays in, he's smashing it. So why wouldn't you play him in his favoured role?
Are you of agreement? Are you in agreement with me what I said about a couple of months ago, where I said his first name on the team sheet?
Yeah, he is right now. He's insane form, man. I just hope we manage his legs. We cannot afford anything to happen to him right now. Like, he is so good. His minutes need to be managed as well post this window. Luckily, we've got 5 days between games, so they'll all be rested enough to play the same team again if he wants to, which is good. Rotation wise, it doesn't have to happen against City because Tuesday to Sunday is a good spot. But I think the main thing is we need really Wirtz to play what suits him and what suits the team. The team being way more important. I think left wing suits him, and what's more important, it suits the team as well. All of the qualities he's got and the free roaming, the free role he gets, he can run a lot. There's so much, he's fit, he's firing. If he's got the freedom on the left to play, where he's got so much more space, so much more room, you can see he can dribble at players, he can take people on, he can take a chance he can get a cross in. He can get all that done from the left. But centrally, it's so difficult because you're crowded out in Premier League games. You're just not going to have the chance to take the space in there unless the opposition's right. And we've just gone and played a whole load of teams that just want to, bombard us with long balls in that run that we had where we lost loads of games. So I don't think Wirtz fixes the defensive problems, by the way. Wirtz going left does nothing for us when they throwing the ball up at us. What it does do is it gives us that better team play up top. Gakpo, for all of the good stuff he does and all of the production he has, I don't even think it's that great this year, but it's down the left, Grizz. And I don't know if you agree with me or if anybody in the chat agrees with me or not, but we've said it a lot. Everything comes to a halt down the left with him, whether it's linking with Kirkers. I even think Wirtz would make Kirkers look good because he'll link with him better. And Gakpo just to finish, Gakpo is slowing everything down, is very selfish in cutting in and wanting to shoot, not passing to anyone. The opposite with Wirtz. He's actually want to bring other players in. He actually wants to have that vision to create for a Nikitike or a Mo. That's what we need at the moment. From the left, he's not a Diaz. Diaz would bring everybody into the game as well as go on his own runs at times, but pick and choose. Gakpo does not. He's a very unintelligent footballer, unfortunately, for this team.
You know what? It's like we haven't been away. We read each other's mind. I did have a segment planned in my head about Cody Gakpo and the conundrum of Cody Gakpo. It's a weird one. I see what you're saying. I absolutely see what you're saying. It's evident. We're seeing it on a weekly basis. I just think there is always one player in an attack, or whether it's midfield or defense, that always divides opinion, yet somehow, somewhere, the manager always tends to have a favorable, attitude towards him. Now, I think Cody Gakpo is one of those guys. You're right. He's not spectacular. He doesn't bring others into play. He is quite selfish, but I don't really mind that because I still think he's got the best strike, probably along with Szoboszlai in the team. I think he's got the best shot. I think he's got the most accurate and best shot. Not much backlift. I genuinely think there's a space for him in the squad, but maybe moving forward and looking into the future, maybe he shouldn't command a starting berth. I think that's where I'm at with him. But the reason why I wanted to chat about him is if we're saying Wirtz, because a lot of people have suggested that Wirtz predominantly played there for Bayer Leverkusen. I know it was a different system, but predominantly played on the left for Leverkusen. Have you read up and do you know anything about that in
I've
terms.
not, but I knew that's what I've read and what people have said. He's always played on that inverted left side, so he can
Mm,
come central, but he
mm.
has the freedom to do what he wants. Like some of the goals he scored, he's on the right for Leverkusen. He's cut in, but it's because he does that roaming
Well,
role
he should
from
have got an assist yesterday with that pass to
yeah.
Sabozman. If it wasn't for Courtois.
Courtois is a bastard.
Oh, that's a different subject.
But people will be swearing at Alisson in the same way that we swear at Courtois. Basically, it's just reversed, you know.
I mean, look, what I'm trying to say with in terms of Gakpo is, what does he need to do, Gags, in your opinion, in your eyes, just to make himself more active, more involved? I understand everything that you said, and I tend to agree, but I still think he's vital in a way.
He is. He's vital because he has some presence up there, and he does run at players. And I think it's more though. He's probably suited more to a counter team, a team that counterattacks Grizz. I think more than a possession-based team. He's so limited, mate. All he can do is cut in and put it to the far post, mate, every time. And most of the time, he's overhit it to the far post. Like, very limited as a footballer. What does he?
So basically,
he's got the height, and he's
okay.
Tall.
Check this out. Okay, let's go. Let's go through his weapons he's got in his artillery. Right. He's got height.
Yeah.
He's got the physique. I think he's quick enough for a big man. He's definitely quick.
And doesn't use any of them.
He's got, as I said, I think he's got a tremendous right foot. I think his left foot he really needs to work on, but he can actually swing and strike a ball. But in terms of controlling or passing with his left, it's non-existent. But he can lash a shot. Okay, I think that's as far as it goes in terms of his game in attributes.
And that's crazy. Like and Ash is saying the biggest one. If it's not Robbo, he ignores Kirkers. Robbo forces him to do it because I think Robbo's like one of the captains.
But that can be. That's not an issue that can't be resolved, guys.
Well, it should have been resolved after 3 games. When Kirkers was starting,
Slot has referenced it slightly in one of the press conferences where he suggested that Gakpo could have used Kirkers a couple of times and didn't. So I think he will be on his case. I don't think that's as bad a criticism or a problem as his game intelligence is and his activeness. And I think he's got this languid style where it doesn't seem as though he's on it 24/7. Diaz had this enigmatic style, energy, intensity, where he would run until he can't run anymore. Whereas Gakpo, it feels like he's reserving himself for moments. Do you get that as well?
This is the key, mate. The team player part. He feels like an individual in the team. Gakpo. He feels like one person in the team. It doesn't feel like he's in there to play, to play with everybody else. He's just going to get the ball and then he's going to do one thing. It's tunnel vision. Cut in, bang, right foot, cut in, bang. And guess what? Everybody knows you're going to do that. If we know you're going to do that, the opposition's going to know. The defenders are going to know. And I said this to Dave Hendrick the last time, before the last international break when we were together on one of these shows. Why isn't he passing when he knows he's just attracted 2 or 3 players for the shot? That's the unintelligent part, Grizz. He has an advantage that he knows people are going to get attracted to him, but he still doesn't.
I agree with you. But this is the part where I think he can be utilized as a very useful weapon. Because I think that cutting in, if that's his signature, and he does score some beautiful goals. Let's not forget some of the strikes and some of the goals he scored. No, but hear me out. This is where it's over to the coaching staff now. So if he persists with this now, because you can remember he's not that old, and he can still learn that aspect of his game. He has to trust his team members more. You're right. He maybe trusts Robbo more, or maybe Robbo commands seniority more, as opposed to a Kirkes who's just probably, you can imagine Kirkes just being an annoying little sound in the background that Gakpo ignores. But I think the fact that he draws in a couple of players when he does that, I think we can utilize that. I wouldn't give up on Gakpo per se. I think I think we can utilize.
It's not about. I mean, look, I agree with Bob as well. If he had numbers, I'd ignore his flaws. But most of his goals are back post tap-ins, and his cut and shoot are very rare. Even though you remember the good ones, they're not. They're not like every other game, Grizz. They're like once every 10, once every 15. Come on, let's be honest. There's not that many. How many has he scored this
No,
season?
I think you guys are
Let's say 15 games this season. How many goals has he scored?
Nay, I think you're being harsh in terms
Oh,
of.
nay, but tell me how many he scored this season, bro.
No, but this season we know our attack is, disheveled, not compatible with each other yet. Come on, we could say the same for Mohamed Salah's non-penalty goals or something, or whatever.
He scored a couple now, though.
I'm not making a judgment call on him in the opening 9 league games. No way. When the whole team is dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional.
This has been the problem from last season, though, bro. It's the glaring problem with our attack this year.
So you see, the thing is, you seem to have started off fairly okay with him in terms of a squad player, but now it looks like you're ready to sell him.
I haven't said once that I'd sell him. I'm saying.
So where are you going with this?
I'm saying that he shouldn't be a starter.
I agree with that.
He should not be a starter.
I think he can develop.
He only played left wing last season a lot more because Diaz had to play striker.
But he won us the league, and he was absolutely one of the vital components.
But maybe because he had someone like Diaz playing with him and helping him up top and in link.
I agree.
And also, I can't imagine Isaac would love to play with Gakpo just because he does not create at all for anyone up top. That's how selfish he is. That's how much single-minded. Maybe it's not selfish, it's rude. Maybe it's more that's how limited he is in terms of just wants to cut in
his vision and his
vision. And I think playing when you buy someone like Ekatike, I think someone said it earlier. It was a really good point. I can't find it now, but one of the guys said in the chat, when you have Ekatike and Isaac in your team, you need creativity. So your Mo Salahs and your Wirtz need to be playing. The other big thing is actually, like we talked about, Dom playing in the 10 actually activates Mo more. So have you noticed, since Dom's been playing in the 10, Mo's now in the games more, the last 2 or 3 games. But Wirtz playing in there, his first choice isn't always going to the right because Mo's blocked off. His choice is always, I'm going to go to the left, and that's where we're blocking off as well, or he's staying in the middle. There's not much in front of him either. But if Wirtz is on the left, he's got the whole pitch in front of him on the other side. Everybody, options everywhere. He's
most people
where he is.
Most people, Mohammed says Gakpo shouldn't start. Fact. Yeah, look, these things aren't facts. These are opinions, and I understand having strong opinions about them. I just think, as I said, in every team and in every great team or good team or whatever, there's always one player that the manager, whatever you want to call it, soft spot, favorite, something there that the manager thinks he can bring his qualities to the team. And I think Gakpo is one of those that slot does favor. Now, obviously, Klopp favored Diaz much more, and Luis Diaz played there. He even tried to convert Gakpo through the center. Now, this is the final segment on Gakpo. We've got so much to catch up on. His cameo through the middle. Discuss.
I was happy with it, to be honest. I mean, he missed a big chance. But let's be honest, nobody was scoring past Courtois, really, apart from that header. So he should have done better with it, but most of our strikers should have done better with their chances this season as well, not just Gakpo. But I thought what he did add when he played up front was he has to link up there. He can't cut in and cut out and shoot. He has to actually pass to other players. So if he's rotating maybe a little bit with Ekatike,
I know we've discussed it, and I think the future is we're going to play a double-pronged attack, a two-pronged attack. I think post Salah, right after Salah's left or retired or sold or whatever, yeah. After we've had a cry, I think we're going to look forward to a two-pronged attack. Now, we can't always and we won't always rely on Isak and Ekatike being a two-pronged attack. Should Gakpo, along with possibly Chiesa, be the backups to that first choice two-pronged attack? is there a future? Because it seems like we may go away from having wide forwards like we've had for the last 7-8 years under Klopp. Can Gakpo's role be adjusted and changed? I think he's got the attributes, and because he's got the physical strength and everything else. And you're right, when he's playing there, he'll be forced to lay off, bring other people involved. Because I think an angry and a physical Gakpo is difficult to deal with.
I think if that's where we go this season, needs must, he has to convert to it. If that's the future, Gakpo has no future at the club. Shouldn't be him. Yeah, for now, okay, because he's here. But if you ask me, would I prefer him to do that when we have options to buy others? Absolutely not. We should have 3 in that 2, and 2 of them should play and 1 rotate out all the time. We don't need 4. We just need 3 of them to rotate each time. And maybe Wirtz can be one of them if he wants to just.
That to be Chiesa, and you like that to be Chiesa as opposed
to no, not Chiesa either.
So what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that it's got to be Isaac Ekitike, and if it's going to be a true pronged attack, he needs another forward, a proper striker as a third.
Oh, so you're saying no?
Sell both. Then if that's the way he's going, the squad doesn't suit that right now. Unless Mo is one of them. Unless Mo is one of the forwards that does that 2-prong. If that's not the case,
I had a thought in my head yesterday when Gakpo came in through the middle, because I genuinely believe
for this season it's okay, Grizz. For this season it's okay.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I'm saying moving forward.
I'm just thinking it's a long-term thing. He's not the choice.
3rd, 4th choice, no?
You can't have Gakpo 4th choice, man. He just got renewed, and he's on a big money. He's only here for another 2 years, and or 3. That's it. I
understand this thinking, man. Why can't we have that?
I don't think he's that good, bro. Anyway, like he's the. We should. The only reason why we couldn't keep Diaz was because his age, and he wanted big bucks at that age at 28.
So basically, you are going towards selling him in the summer.
If we have the money, if we have the money to go buy a forward,
you're being wishy-washy about Gakpo. You're being very critical of his.
I would sell him. No problem. I would sell him. That's what I mean. If we have a replacement ready, so if Semenyo comes in on the left for him, I would take that all day long.
Yes, I think we all would.
Yeah, I don't think it was a 5-year deal, Bob. Gakpo. It wasn't a 5-year deal. It was like a 1-year extension on top of what he had left already. It wasn't a 5-year. So he's not here for that long. I think it's still 2028 actually. So it's only 2 more years.
Check that for us, please, while we're live.
Yeah. Someone said it.
Okay, no problem. That's Gakpo.
So Wirtz, this is the Wenger stuff. Mo Kilidar, one of my friends here, good lad. How you doing, Mo? Always a big supporter of AI and myself. Wenger, so they started him and they destroyed their midfield because their midfield was Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai. To play Wirtz, they took Szoboszlai out. So, that is an interesting one from Wenger. I agree with him. We did do that. We wanted it to happen. Like I wanted Wirtz to be successful there, but immediately it's not the case. Like as in, that's a bad move from us if we've done that. Bloody hell, 5 years, Jesus Christ.
Apparently, Gags' wish has been shattered. It seems because his,
that's definitely a Dutch. That's definitely a Dutch thing that they've.
But this is my point, guys and lasses. Every manager always has, big up Indian Scouser. He says every manager, every coach always has a favorite that divides opinion, and it's very clearly Cody Gakpo. We're going to get onto our predicted lineups for Man City near the end, but we'll have some interesting, I think, choices there as well. I think we reverted to the midfield against Real Madrid. And you said it's obvious, and he should have done it longer or earlier or whatever. But I think
I don't blame him because we had injuries at right back and things like that.
I think there was one man that was causing the problems or causing the issues of not being able to play that midfield, and I've been very critical of him for the last 6 months or so, and that's Alexis McAllister. I think his form.
A couple of games.
I think his form after his injuries, niggling injuries, and everything else has been atrocious, nothing short of atrocious. And I know people hated when I was critical of him, but I was proved right. I've got absolute. I love when players turn around and slap you in their face and turn around their careers or play to the levels that we know they can. Alexis McAllister last 2 games, Gags, especially against Madrid, was a joy to watch again.
Europe, again, Madrid don't play as intense as Premier League games. It'll be interesting to see how intense he is with City. Now, like I said, I'm not going to get too overexcited by all the players or the team yet. We went on a 6 out of 8 losses run. It's that's one of the worst runs we've had as fans, of this football club after winning a title. Like, it's really serious to not get carried away that we're back. Personally, I think we really have to see how it goes when Dyche comes to Anfield with Forest post international break. Like, there's a chance we don't get a win at City either, but that won't be down to long ball and whatever. That'll just be down to what happens on the day and how good City are or how bad we are, or how good we are. It might anything could happen in a game like that. It's a big matchup and it's against one of your big rivals, so you can come on the end of a loss on those. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully we go and win, and it really does give the boys confidence and turn around. But what's the big test is we've got some Sunderlands and the Nottingham Forests coming up and the West Ham's coming up, and they're all going to try and make it as difficult as possible for Slot in the end of November and start of December.
I'm with you. I'm not on this bandwagon of we're back and everything else, but sort of in isolation.
But the Macca thing, if someone came in for Macca for 100 million.
No one's coming.
And we were okay, but if someone came in like a Real Madrid that they really wanted him for 80 million, 70 million, 80 million,
60 million,
I would actually go for it. I would actually go for it because there's a few injury things in there.
I was hoping you don't agree with me, but
oh no. I'm more. I've seen enough in the last, say, 3-4 months, like you said. And if he turns it around now for the rest of the year, great. Or the rest of the season, yeah, fantastic. We'll eat humble pie. Like, I am, like you said it, I am so willing to be wrong on players. Like, I don't have to be, I've made this opinion and then I have to be there forever. That's not me. Like, if they prove me wrong, I will eat it and I will hold it and I'll say, fucking hell, I was wrong. I don't have that ego that I have to be right all the bloody time. That's just not me.
100%.
So, point is, if he proves us wrong, great. But right now, what we've seen this season and the end of last season, since he got that injury, the mobility isn't there as much as it was before, Grizz. So for me, I would want the Balabers of the world in. I would want the Whartons of the world in, or if there's even better than that.
I think Balaber. I think Balaber is almost. I hate to break it to Liverpool fans or whoever wants to know or is interested. I think Balaber is almost certified to go to Man United. And that's from someone I know who knows an agent or knows his agent personally.
Fair enough. That's a great buy for them.
That's a great buy. That's a great buy for them. But I genuinely believe if you offered me for the same amount of, roughly or whatever, money's wise or whatever, transfer fees, whatever, we can't dictate that. But if you swap player for player, if you give me a Wharton now over a McAllister, I'm taking the mobility, the physique, the height. Yeah, even Anderson. Yeah, Anderson or a Wharton. I'm taking it. Now, McAllister has been wonderful and he's a brilliant technician. But I think the Wirtz signing has changed my opinion and viewpoint about how the squad looks going forward, moving forward. Because if you give me a midfield option of Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch and Wharton, and we have to pick sort of, 2 out of the 4 every week or rotate, that's tasty for me, man. That is so tasty.
And this
all 6'4", all comfortable on the ball.
Yeah, progressive,
all physical.
Yeah.
All can dig in.
And remember, I wouldn't just go Wharton. I would replace Endo as well.
100%.
I'd get a proper DM in as well, a proper one that's physical, whatever. So there's 5.
We can pick a young one. We can pick a younger project. We can pick someone across Europe, 8, 19, 20 years old as a project who will learn off the other 4 and make him our 5th choice.
We've done a lot in the summer, but there's so much more to be done here.
I think we're close. I know you think there's so much to do. I don't think there's so much to do. I think we're 3 major signings away from being a real elite balanced squad.
Bradley has to become way more consistent.
Well, let's
What he
jump
did
on.
against Madrid, what he did against Madrid was fantastic. Really good. But Vinny is a quality player, but he's not a bully. And when it's a bully playing against Bradley, he gets bullied. Like, a bigger, stronger player. So we need to see what happens with Bradley. I really want to see him become consistent.
Not like, but guys, look, you're probably going to be able to tell from the tone that I'm a massive Bradley fan, right? And I understand you're suggesting what you're suggesting, but have we forgotten Conor Bradley previous to his injuries? Have we forgotten the performance he's put in a pretty much title-winning season? Yes, he's got flaws. Of course he has. He's 22 years old. Is he 22? But being captain of your national team and the performances he's shown against Mbappe and Vinny Jr. and many other forwards, man, not just them two, I think there's huge potential. I think this guy is a very unsung hero. Nothing flash about him. Though every time he won a challenge, there was no getting up.
Hey? He's flashy as well. He's got some flashes. He's really good. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying
what I mean in terms of a recent trend has been fullbacks and defenders when they win a challenge or get a great clearance, they turn around, fist pump the crowd and the players, and it's like the goal. He just rolled up his sleeves. That's my job. I love that in him. I think I'm a Conor Bradley.
So the second season, Grizz, is always the hardest. When you break through and you have a good season, the opposition aren't ready to counter you or see your weaknesses. The second season, this is his second season. They are figuring him out. And so he has to find a way to change again and adapt and be stronger and be more consistent. And right now, if you're honest, it's been a weak point for us with Ibu there. Maybe Ibu's a part of the problem because Ibu's not been great either. But
I disagree with you.
I think Bradley has a lot of work to do to be called our number one right back. There's no other choice right now. Frimpong's really probably not a good enough right back for us. But consistency is the key here if you want to be successful. And I can say this season so far, in and out of the team, he hasn't been. He's got a lot to prove.
Again, I disagree in terms of. Let me finish. I disagree in terms of judging him on this season. I judge him as a fully fit. I've seen enough of him live and on TV to see when he's a fully fit, when he's at a run of games and he's fully fit in a functional Liverpool team. I think he's very, very good fullback for Liverpool. I think the whole team, the way you've critiqued Bradley, I'm sorry, you can critique 9, 8 players out of Liverpool and say the same thing about them. You seriously can.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean.
But most of them have shown consistency at some point in their career.
Yeah, but that does not mean 8, 9 of them haven't proved to you that they're Liverpool players.
But Bradley hasn't proved to me though. All of them, most of them have. The new ones probably haven't, but the rest of them, Mo Salah's proved it.
Why have you judged Bradley on opening 8, 9 games to see that he's not shown you anything, whereas opposed to everyone else that from last season or the 18 months preceding this?
They've just not been good enough. So I've said Bradley had a fantastic game. You're really being selective of what you listen to. I've said he has to be consistent. What does that mean? That he has the flashes of being great and he has the odd game that's great, but it's not every game. It needs to be every single game.
But you said after that, which I agree with, you said he hasn't shown you in his Liverpool career that he can be a Liverpool player moving forward, which I totally disagreed with. That's the part I disagreed with. And I'm saying, why? Why has everyone else shown you enough? Or what makes you doubt him? Like when he's been
he hasn't played a full season. He hasn't played one full season for us yet. Not one. And he's got injured about 7 times. How are
Because Trent
you
was there.
saying he's ready to be, dude? That's crazy, man. If he
Trent was
hasn't even
there.
played, has he played 30 games for us yet in the league? I don't even
know.
think he has.
I'd say he has. I'd
No,
say he has.
no. Trent played majority of the league games last season, bro.
He's
At
made
least
30
Trent played
appearances.
more than 20. Trent made more than 20 games in the league last season, surely.
Yeah,
So
100%.
then he played 18 if he did. And he hasn't played 12 this season. He's been
The
injured
season
for some of
before.
them.
The season before as well. The season before as well.
I don't think he played in the Premier League much that season.
He did. Look, we'll keep an eye on the Conor Bradley
I'm just
development.
saying, bro. I'm just saying. I love him too. I praised him more than
You
everyone on
don't.
the other day.
You don't love.
Yeah,
You don't love
dude.
him.
No,
You
you
don't.
can't. You can't say that just
This
because
is
I'm calling
cruel.
him
This is what kind of love is this?
bro.
I'd hate to.
I love
I'd hate
all
to
the
be in the.
people I have
I'd
in
hate
my
to be
team
one
at
of your
work.
loved
I
ones.
love all of them, but
I'd,
if they're inconsistent, I'm gonna say they're inconsistent. What's
I'd
wrong with
hate
that?
to be one of your loved. I'd hate to be one of your loved ones.
Bro, how are they gonna learn if you can't be harsh with them? Like
What
my
kind of
kids,
love is
you got
this?
kids. If they do something wrong, or if they're naughty, or if they're not behaving, you're gonna say, "Don't worry, kid, it's fine. I love you. It's fine. You just keep being that way."
Brilliant
Shut up, man.
analogy.
What kind of dad are you?
Brilliant analogy. Wait, hold on. Don't go anywhere. Stay
Yeah,
there. Stay there.
yeah. Go on. They're
You're
inconsistent, but you
suggesting.
tell them, "Come on,
Hold on.
kid, you're gonna do better."
Hold on. You're
Mhm.
suggesting you have a child, and you're suggesting incorrectly, by the way, because I have never ever said if he does something wrong, don't critique him for it. I've never ever said he needs to do better. Every parent would want his child to do better. Every child would want his to dig out their flaws and make them better, right? But check this one out. Check this one out. No. Concentrate now, because you're going to say I'm misquoting you.
Yeah, go on.
You never, but if you love your child like you claiming to love Bradley, and you
Don't love
don't
him
give
like
up
a
on him,
child, but I'm just making
you
an
don't give
analogy.
up on him. You're suggesting, yeah, he's not good enough to be my son or daughter.
No, I'm
He's
saying
sure he
if
is.
he's I love him as a son. Then, like, let's see, I
You
can hug
love
him.
him,
Is he
but
good
then
enough?
you've seen
Is
good
he good
enough
enough to
points to
play for
work on
Liverpool
him.
Football Club every single game right now?
So
No,
you're
he's
selling.
not.
Okay, guys, we're 43 minutes into the thing, and the chat's. This is why I miss him, because I love our arguments. So far, he sold Gakpo, he sold McAllister, and he sold Bradley. Let's carry on. Continue.
I
That's
haven't
three
sold
players.
Bradley. I haven't
That's
sold
three
Bradley.
players you sold. No, the
Bradley
chat. No,
is
you have
very
sold
good.
him.
No. See, this is where the
You've sold
YouTuber.
him.
So you are a classic YouTuber, right?
You
I am
sold
not
him.
a classic
You sold him.
YouTuber who makes an assumption
Three
on
players
an
you sold.
opinion. No, I will happily sell Gakpo, and I'd happily sell Mac if we got a good price if he doesn't prove it. However, Bradley has a future as a backup right back.
So
I'm talking about starting for Liverpool. I'm talking about starting for Liverpool every single game. There will be a better right back out there. And
we're not buying another fullback. We're not buying another right back.
21.7 full 90s. That's
Brilliant.
what his average is.
That's brilliant.
Bradley.
Yeah.
Brilliant. 21.7. He's only played 22 games for us. And you're saying he's consistent? Get out of here, Grizz.
Why?
No.
So he's
not even played the full season. You are saying, okay, you know what? Let me do Grizz.
Why are you saying what I'm saying? Why don't you let me say what I want to say?
Let me say Grizz
Why do you
YouTube.
keep
When
saying
you
you're
told
saying-
me I want to sell him, you are saying he's the best right back in the Premier League, aren't you now? Here we go. You want to go, you want to twist it. That's what you're saying.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. I think there's a medium in between, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not suggesting he needs to play every single game week, but this is why we brought Frimpong. Jeremy Frimpong has been brought in.
Man, in the summer.
Forget the comments for now.
Yeah.
We are in a situation where you're right. He doesn't, or he needs to be in a position to be able to play majority of the season. But the fact that we bought Jeremy Frimpong suggests to me that possibly we're undecided who the right back will be going forward, and it's up for grabs. But who's to say they can't be alternatives in terms of alternatively playing, like Kerkez and Robertson have been. The rest has been brilliant for Robbo, because his last couple of performances is back to close to his best, but because he's had Kerkez playing. So I think moving forward, and we've got to move on, I think moving forward, Conor Bradley will establish himself as a right back. You very clearly don't think he will establish himself as a right back. Is
I
that fair
didn't
to
say
leave it at
that.
that? Is that fair to say?
No, that's absolutely wrong. I said he has to
Okay,
become way more
make your
consistent.
final statement.
My final statement is right now he has to be the main right back because Frimpong, no one knows what Frimpong is, like
I'm
Ollie
not
just
asking
said.
that right now.
But my point was he needs to become more consistent to keep that spot for next season. He has to become way more consistent, stay fit as well. And right now he's not shown that. But if he shows it, I'm all in because he has all the talent to do it. And he showed us on Wednesday night how brilliant he was. If he can do that game in, game out, everyone's all in. They'd be stupid not to be. But that's a massive question mark right now. Nobody can tell me that Bradley plays like that every game, hand on heart, because he does not. That's my challenge
This is a
to
straw man's
Bradley.
argument. You made a straw man's argument.
To Bradley is just become more consistent and stay fit. And if you can do that, you're going to be great. But if you can't be the number one right back for Liverpool. Simple. That's
People in the chat, did Gags make any definitive statement there, or did he just wiffle waffle around so many?
I said that he should be consistent, and he's not. So what's wrong with that? There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna pin you down.
I'm with Gags on this. There you go.
Oh, well done. Okay, NMH Skills, your cousin is with you, so you're happy.
I don't know who that is.
That's your cousin. Your cousin's with you. Your cousin's with you, and so you're happy. Okay.
I like Calvin Ramsey, by the way.
I'm a massive fan of Calvin Ramsey.
I thought he looked really good.
I'm a massive Calvin Ramsey fan, and people that have been reading my waffle for the last few years will know I was a huge fan of him. But let's end this Conor Bradley chat on a couple of definitive statements and listen to the question that I'm going to ask for a statement on. Will Conor Bradley, by the end of this season, have established himself as a Liverpool right back moving forward into next season? Yes or no?
No.
No problem. That's the statement. I say
yes. You know why?
No. We ain't got time to. We got something to talk about.
Because
I didn't ask you to context. Enough with your context.
That's your YouTube bullshit, man. I hate that. We're in the Muppet Show, by the way. You can be Mr.
I don't care. I just wanted a statement from you. I say yes, he will have established himself. You say no. And that's fine. Right.
And Barras, who's not my cousin, also says no.
No, but that's fine. I agree. Majority will say no.
You're not a gaslighter. You're a grizzlighter.
No, that's what they call me on Big Six, grizzlighter. I'm grizzlighting. But listen,
you are grizzlighting. You're just
that's something for the chat to keep an eye on, remind us on every week. And
I've made my position clear. He's excellent, and if he can be consistent, that's fine.
No. Don't start this revisionism.
He's not consistent. He's not consistent. He needs to be consistent.
I'm not suggesting anything else. All I've said is, will he be, by hook or by crook, will he be the first choice
on current status, on current viewing? No. Anybody who's got a right mind will say that
Gags,
he wouldn't be.
That's not. See what he's doing, people. I'm asking him a simple question about next season and by the end of the season. He keeps talking about now. 80% of the team are crap now. Who cares? I'm not asking about
him.
Anyway, nice little segment. We had to have a little reunion, back together. We had to have a little bit of a debate. We couldn't have been all hunky dory and hugs and kisses.
Thank you, Ali. He's going to claim you're my cousin as well soon, Ali.
No one is denying this is a straw man's argument. I haven't claimed that. So why are you not following the script?
We're talking about what our opinion is. You're taking it offensively, like you're his dad.
No, I love him. They're all my kids, Liverpool players. They're all my kids. I'm their papa, man. I love them all.
No, he wouldn't. Gomez needs to be fit for a centre back when he's called upon. Like that is it.
Okay, Gags. Enough. We've discussed. You sold Bradley, McAllister, and Gakpo, and we'll leave it at that.
Don't do that YouTuber shit on me, okay?
Man City on the weekend is a must not lose for me.
Yeah.
Discuss.
It's a must not lose for everybody. I don't think we can afford to lose another game this season.
I think it's a must win.
Yeah, I mean it's not a must. I don't know if it's a must win. I mean, I think must wins are I mean, every game is must win, really, when you've lost 4 games in the Premier League already, right? If you think about it, it's like we can't. If okay, it's a must win if we want to win the title, which I think everybody does. But is it likely that we're going to win the title with the way we're going in the league? I don't think it is. So I think we need to avoid losing. We've got to gain a point or all the 3 here at at least a point, and then if we can go and win, which I think we can. By the way, I don't think Man City are the behemoth that they were 2 years ago.
For sure.
Like they're better than last year for sure, better than last year, but they're still not the finished article. And I think we could trouble them very much with Pep Lijnders in charge there in terms of tactics and the way they're coached. I think they'll have defensive frailty this time. You're right, but it was also the best version of Mbappe we faced against Madrid, Ash, and he didn't have a peep. So as long as Slot gets it right against a team that suits him, that's not going to be too much long bally. Then let's see what happens. I hope we can keep Haaland quiet. He didn't score the week before. Who did they lose to? Villa. He didn't. Villa kept him completely quiet. Ash. So you telling me they're the best defense in the world? They've been terrible and they kept him absolutely quiet. So
who's the best defense in the world?
No, I'm just saying to him, are you telling me that Villa are that good that they could keep Haaland quiet and we couldn't? It's
to be fair, he did score. It was marginally offside, so
Okay.
But look, I think he's the best striker in world football right now, and I think he's at the peak of his game. Not only his goal scoring, I think his all-round game. I think his all-round game right now is phenomenal. The runs he's making, his off-the-ball movement, his link-up play. He's pretty much the complete forward. Sorry, he's the complete striker right now, at the peak of his powers. We have usually done a great job on him, but I think we're going to have a monumental task, and I tell you why. I think the backup forwards or his supply line has slowly clicked into form, i.e. Foden, Mamouche, Shirky, and the like, and Doku.
Yeah.
3 out of those 4 will play, and I think they will be key. I don't think Savinho will play. I think 3 out of those 4 will play, though. And I think how we deal with the supply line will be key, because we know Haaland isn't the guy to do things himself. He does need a bit of a supply line. Last season, it was non-existent. I think this season, Pep has found a bit of a line for him.
Can I ask you, though, is Real Madrid's attack better than Man City's this season?
Yes.
And we kept them really quiet. So the defense can do it, right? Like they can. So there's evidence now that this season we can shore it up if we play the right way. So I think I'm more confident now after seeing the last couple of games that we can keep teams at bay. It's the long shots it's the lucky shots that are going to cost us if they cost us. Like Rodgers could have scored from far, hit the post. We kept Real Madrid at bay from long shots, but they can happen. And City have got so many players that can score from anywhere. It's going to be interesting. So I think I'm more confident going into this than I would have been, say, 2 weeks ago.
For sure.
Much more. And I think if he plays Wirtz on the left instead, I think we'll have more creativity up top too. That could be dangerous. I think Dom playing the 10 is the key. And he might just play Curtis here with Grav, I'm not sure, because Macca's played like 3 in a row. And what you don't want to do is injure Macca right now.
So this is we're coming down to the team selection. This is where I wanted to end the show. Perfectly segued. Yeah. So most people are shouting from the rooftops about going unchanged. I'm not sure. I think
they have a point because it's 4.5, 5 days in between, so he could rest enough. But are you going to risk it with a player that's just come back from injury and play him again in there? I don't know. But Curtis
has come back from injury as well.
I know, but he's now had a whole week of training. So, I mean, he could do.
I want to be against it. I want to be against it because I think Curtis Jones has been one of our best players this season.
Only change he consider. Oh, here you go. Only consider is Gakpo. I think he goes with Gakpo. I think Jill is saying hello, handsome, to you.
He's talking to me. Yeah.
Hello, I press no in between. Yeah, well, that was the latest quote. You know what though? He talks too much. People are gonna go in between. That's the problem now.
He's got a bit of Pep Lijnders. But all the Dutch
Why do
have,
you
we know.
monitor them?
Yeah, but we know that the Dutch have that. I think he's learning that he's talking
Hmm.
too much. I think he's learned that because he even says it.
I don't
Oh my
learn.
God, I better be careful what I say because you're gonna turn it into something else. So he's learning. I think this has been his naive second season on a high cloud type
I'm the
season.
champion, so I can
Yeah,
get away with
it's
whatever
just
or
get
say
away with it.
whatever.
So I
But
think
what he
he'll learn.
doesn't know is he'll get caught.
Yeah, but I think he's learning on the job. So I think he's a good learner and he's a quick learner. I think he's going to talk less and less moving into the season. But in terms of team selection for Sunday, I think there are a couple of intriguing situations. I think everything else picks itself. We're not going to go through the whole lineup.
I think the
think
back
it's
five is the same with the
right.
keeper. Yeah.
Definitely no Kirkes coming back in.
Robbo's just been too good. I don't know people.
No, 5 days. I think the 5 days. Yeah, just to be funny. We get it, but we know you really mean. Ha. That's funny, but we know who you're really talking to. Right, anyway, listen. Kirkes.
They were just confirming that you were the other one, and that's just saying hi to me second. So yeah, it makes sense. You just took it the wrong way around, dumbass.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So basically, yes,
Okay,
the back
okay.
line.
Is Gakpo okay? So the conundrum is around Gakpo, Wirtz, McAllister, Jones. Is that it?
Gakpo, Wirtz, McAllister, Jones. I think so. But like you said, everybody's saying keep the same team, and then the 5 days is coming in, so maybe he does go same again. But because Gakpo is his child, I've got a feeling Wirtz is going to go out again, which is going to be a bummer, and we might suffer for it as well.
Rumors that Isak may make the subs bench.
That would be beautiful, if I'm honest, because I think Ekatike looks like he's tiring already. You know,
that's not good.
Well, he's not. I mean, if you watch him, what do you think when you watch him? I think playing every game like twice a week. I don't
He's
think
realizing it's a Premier League, man. Yeah, he's feeling the
I think
intensity of a Premier League.
it's a blessing to have them both. If they can both be fit, rotating every game is the best way to go for both of them, because they'll stay fit and they'll both be in it. You know what I mean? So, I think Ali's covered it here. I hope Wirtz starts off the left. Gakpo hasn't put in a total performance as the one Wirtz did this midweek. And I think Ash is also saying just go for it because it's international break anyway. But Ash, you know what the problem is? We can't even afford one injury, mate. Like we can't. And I know it's international break, but the injuries last for like months sometimes. Ali's been out for how long? Frimpong's gone for 6-7 weeks. We have to do what's right. Hopefully their fatigue index is correct. Like, you know what? Let me just go back to when the fatigue index was talking. A lot of people who went to the Crystal Palace game, like one of my nephews went and stuff, and he like text me, "Oh, Chachu, what do you think?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, after the loss yesterday. I go, "Oh yeah, it was obviously Did you see the team sheet? We're obviously going to lose." No, he goes, "I was there, and when the team sheet came out, the whole crowd's energy just went zipped, like it went flat." And that's why when the team was losing, we were still singing because we were trying to G up the young kids or the young players or the reserves. But he said, "What do you think?" I said, "Well, he did the right thing." He goes, "What do you mean? We just got battered." I go, "No, but literally all of that first team squad was in the red. Had any of them started and they got injured, wouldn't you be more pissed off even if you lost 2-1 to Palace or 1-0 or 3-2 to Palace and then you lost 2 first team players for 6 weeks? How would you feel?" And he goes, "You got a point. You got a point. Like, I wouldn't want to lose any of them." And then since then, we won 2 games in a row. They have to be protected sometimes for their own good. And we cannot afford. I feel like it's a fragile squad now, all of a sudden, just because we lost so many games. It might not be, and it probably isn't. It's just my mind playing tricks on me, but it feels like a loss of a player here or there, like a Dom or a Ekatike or a Isak, is hurting us. It will hurt us. So, yeah, I just go with what the sports science says. If they're all fine, go again. I think Wirtz, though, hasn't played much lately, so he could go back to back. And if Gakpo maybe has to start up top for this one, because Ekatike can't, do it. Do it. You got my blessing to do it, and they can keep switching, and confuse the shit out of City. But again, it's all ifs and buts. I think you're right. The 2 positions really up for grabs are Maka and Jones, and whether they'll be fit, and then Cody and Wirtz. But I even think Ekatike or Cody, that's even a question at the moment because Ekatike's played a lot of games already, and he's went off injured once, remember?
What if he surprises us all?
And does it fall 2-2-2 again?
We went there last season with Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones as our two false nines, whatever you want to call them, 2 10s through the middle. What if he does that and brings in Gakpo, Salah, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch?
I'd love it. It'd be good.
And drop Ekatike, basically.
Yeah, because he needs the players to be able to go in and out, and those two going in and
amongst those four, I would like Curtis Jones in there, though.
Yeah, and maybe that's where Maka might, that's where Maka might just.
I think McAllister's got a bit of rhythm. I think you'll be unwise to drop McAllister now.
Indian scouts, he thinks he's 100% doing that, but do you reckon they'll be ready for it this time, and it's not a surprise? I don't know.
Interesting. It's good that we ended the show with a bit of what's the word?
What's the word?
History. There's a word. Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks it's going to be same again, blah 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 blah. But I don't know. I think he might have something up his sleeve. Whether that will be
like, we better win if he did that. Or the headlines and tweets would be spent ex-players with no striker. Yeah, but Wirtz is playing. He still played 125 million player or 110 million player there. And if Isak's injured, what can you do? Ekatike's tired. I don't think the headlines or tweets would be that. The tweets would be because people are stupid. Who cares?
Yeah, the headlines would be that if Isak and Ekatike were both left out.
They
were fit.
And they were both on the bench. Yeah.
And they're both
then
on the bench.
Definitely, but Isak's not fit, then what can you do?
Interesting. What a way to end the show. Thanks for joining me today, Gags. It's been a pleasure seeing you again. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully the masses that have joined us enjoyed it as well. It was great to be back, talking all things Liverpool, arguing all things Liverpool, because that's what it's about. ChatG&G is not warm, friendly, cozy all the time. ChatG&G is real, live, proper adult chat. And in real life,
basically, is what you're saying.
In real life, people argue and disagree, and that's what we brought to you today.
Yeah, but we don't swear at each other. We don't get angry with each other. We just talk about it, and afterwards,
I might have a few swears under my breath, but you don't see it and hear
it. Ash is such a little bitch. We won't see Gags if we lose. I'm on the bloody post-match, dude. Every single week. How am I not there? You should watch. Don't just watch when Grizz is here. Watch when Grizz isn't here as well, you cheeky gits.
Listen, leave my cousins alone. Listen, you've got cousins in the chat. I've got cousins in the chat, okay? Stop. You can play that game.
He's an AI subscriber. If it's the Ash, I know
you can play that game, yeah? You got your cousins in the chat. I've got my cousins in the chat.
None of my cousins will ever support me like this.
But people, thank you very much for joining us on this Thursday evening. Liverpool have shown life again, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Let's keep that light shining this weekend at the Etihad. Evening kickoff, lights will be on, and if we can pull off 3 points, the next ChatG&G will be very, very lively, especially if Conor Bradley has had a good game. It's good night from me. It's good night from him. Peace, love, and tranquility to you. Take care.
Up the Reds.